Did you know that 61% of service businesses using local service ads say that they struggle to get relevant leads? It's not just about getting calls, it's about getting the right ones. And it is a really common problem that businesses are facing, unfortunately. So in this video, we'll talk about how to get more leads with local service ads and the kind that will actually convert into paying clients. So first, we'll dive into what local service ads actually are. Then we'll talk about why you might be getting calls from people you can't help and how to fix that fast. And third, the simple tweaks that can help you get more leads and better quality ones starting this week. I had a chiropractor client running local service ads, and they kept getting calls for things like massage therapy or osteopath, things that they didn't offer. And it wasn't until we dug into their ads profile and started to clean it up that those junk leads finally stopped. So I'm going to explain exactly why this happened and what we did to fix it. But first, let's talk a little bit about what exactly are Google local service ads. Local service ads are only available for certain service-based businesses, things like plumbers, HVAC, dentists, locksmiths, real estate, chiropractors, things like that. And instead of just showing a text ad, the local service ads show your business right at the top of the search results in Google, usually with a Google Guarantee badge, which helps build trust fast. The main difference between traditional Google ads and local service ads is how you're charged. So with local service ads, you only pay when someone actually calls you, which sounds great, but if those leads still don't book with you, who cares how cheap they are? So I did a whole video breaking down the difference between Google ads and local service ads and which one might be a better fit for your business. So I'll link that one down in the description and at the end of this video here if you want to check it out. What are some common issues that business owners are seeing when they're running local service ads? The three most common ones that I've been seeing are you're getting leads from outside your service area, you're getting leads for services that you don't offer, or the leads are low quality or tire kickers, basically people just looking for information or price shopping. And every one of these can be fixed with a few simple tweaks. But how do you actually fix these issues and start getting good leads with your ads? The first thing I would recommend doing, especially if you are getting calls for services that you don't offer but are related to your industry, go into your local service ad settings and look at the list of services that you are promoting. You'll probably see a box labeled Other. Make sure that that is turned off. Google wants to be helpful and it wants to get more calls for your business. So if that other option is on, then they may end up showing your ad to people searching for things that are somewhere in the realm of what you offer. For example, I was managing ads for an automotive repair shop and they kept getting calls for mobile mechanic, which is related to their industry, but it's not a service that they offer. After we turned that other section off, the amount of calls that they started to get for mobile mechanic drastically decreased. The same thing happened with the chiropractor client of mine. Like I said, they were getting calls for massage therapy and osteopaths. And once we turned that other off, those calls suddenly stopped. So instead, only select the services you actually want leads for. The second thing you want to check is your service area. Be specific with it and be realistic. If you only work within 10 miles of your office, don't set it to 25 miles. That's how you're going to get those too far away leads. And if you continuously get calls from people in a certain location, you can add those zip codes, neighborhoods, or cities in as a negative location. And then next, you want to make sure that your local service ads in your Google business profile are fully optimized. So make sure that you are uploading images to the ads in your profile. Images really help build trust at a glance, and don't use stock images. You also want to make sure that every field is filled out with the ads in your Google business profile. Don't leave any blank spaces. And then you want to make sure that you're continuously getting reviews from clients. Those Google reviews help boost your ranking and make potential clients more likely to call you. And then lastly, keep your Google business profile updated. It works hand in hand with your local service ads. And a complete profile makes it easier for Google to match you with the right leads and easier for leads to trust you before they even give you a call. And the last and biggest thing you have to do with your local service ads is clean up your leads. This is the most important thing that you need to do when running local service ads. So if you take anything away from this video, make sure it is this. You have to clean up your leads list. So let's jump into a screen share so you can see exactly what I mean. So when you first log into your local service ads and go to your dashboard, chances are it'll look something like this, where it is listing all of the leads that have come in for your business. These are the leads that you need to clean up. So the more information that you can feed back to Google about the outcome of these leads, the better the ads are going to perform. Plus, Google always just rewards businesses that keeps their business listing and their ads up to date. So they want you to be active on this platform and letting them know the outcome of these leads. So in your dashboard, you'll see your list of leads, and this is what you need to clean up. So ideally, these will be cleaned up within a day or two of the lead actually coming in. So you'll want to click on each of these leads and then give information to Google about what happened. So if this was a bad lead, then you can come over here and click on rate this lead, and you can tell Google how satisfied you were with that lead. So if it's a bad lead, going to go very dissatisfied, and you can tell them why. So if it is for a service that you don't offer or outside your service area, or the person was just price shopping or they weren't ready to book, then you can tell them that and hit submit. If the lead was good, but it just didn't end up anywhere, you can put your notes in here as to, called for brake repair, did not book. And then you can hit archive. So that is cleaning it up. If they did book with you, then you would hit mark booked. And then if the appointment has already happened, you can just leave it on already completed and hit save. If it is booked for some time in the future, then you would click upcoming and then tell them the date and the time that the appointment is happening. And then you would hit save. And so you want to go in and do that with each lead. And ideally, like I said, pretty quickly so that it is just staying up to date. This also helps Google know when to charge you because you're supposed to be credited for the low quality calls. So if somebody calls from outside your service area for a service you don't offer, you should not be charged for that call. So that does help give feedback to Google as well on whether they should be charging you for that lead or not. The other thing I forgot to mention as well is the lead type. So when you set your ads up, you can choose people to either call you by phone or message you. And generally, the phone call leads are higher quality and turn into an appointment quicker or at a higher rate. Generally, if somebody messages you, if you are not replying almost instantly, then they're just going to move on to the next person. So the other thing you can do if you're getting a lot of low quality leads and those leads are messages is turn the messages off and just leave it as phone calls so that people actually have to call your business for you to get charged, because those ones, like I said, do just convert at a higher rate. Okay, so now you know how to get better leads with local service ads by fixing the filters, optimizing your profile, and training the algorithm to work in your favor. But that brings up a new question I get all the time. Should you be using local service ads instead of traditional Google ads? Or is there a time when regular search ads actually make more sense for your business? Well, that's exactly what I break down in this next video, where I'll walk you through the pros and cons of each option so you know exactly which one is the better fit for your business. So click right here to watch that now, and I'll see you there.